Živjo, Ivy here, and welcome to my channel. Today we are looking into what books did I read in April. So let's set up my journal. So this month for April I decided to be very colorful, and I found this really nice paper, and I just had that staple that had hearts, and I just had hearts on it, and I didn't just want it to be empty, so I added these flowers even though you can't even see them. But yeah, this is just the cover that I'm going to do for April, and I'm going to write the books that I was reading later and the stars, how many stars I give to which book. So nothing fancy, just very simple, just paper, stick it on a paper, that's it. But I really like the colors, it's gorgeous. So the first book that I was reading is Daisy Jones and the Six. I didn't watch, apparently, is there a series or a movie? Because I've seen some pictures, but I didn't watch it basically. I just read the book. Now with the book, I don't know. The book is interesting, but it didn't grip me like it did with her other book that I was reading, The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. I love that book. This one, not so much. I mean, I like the way it's written because it's easy to follow, even though I have to really think who's who, because there's a lot of characters. But yeah, the characters in this book are very interesting, and it takes all in the 70s. And I have to say that I didn't like Daisy so much at the beginning, and Billy also not. Billy was also bad. Like at the beginning, before they got like famous and that, he was okay, kind of. But the moment they go on their first tour, he did some bad stuff. And by bad stuff, I mean he cheated on his wife, and she was expecting their child. Yeah, but I have to say that Billy did change. Also, I like Carmela, his wife, a lot, because she didn't just leave him when she came to the door to surprise him, and she found him in this trailer where he was having a groupie, an orgy, however you say it. She saw them, she was angry, but she kind of kept herself calm so that they could talk, and she told him she's pregnant. Now either you get yourself together or I'm leaving you and you're not gonna see our kid. And that's where I actually like him, because he took a big step to get better, to get cured from alcohol and the drugs. Daisy, on the other hand, no such thing. I mean, she is young, I get it. I also get it the way she grew up. She grew up in a rich family. Her parents didn't even care much about her. And at 14, she already started to do crazy stuff like alcohol, drugs, and first time having sex at 14. Man, 70s were wild, I guess. But yeah, she always had the love for music and she wanted to write her own music. And when she got the chance to write down with this label, they didn't want her music, they wanted her to sing different music. And she didn't want to have that. She wanted to sing her songs, but her songs were not so good at the start. So when the Six were going for their second album, and then I think Daisy was introduced here for her to be in this album with them, so that basically it would be like a big jump for both Daisy and the Six to get more out there. But yeah, Daisy was like really hot-headed. She made so many bad mistakes, and usually it involves drugs and alcohol. But when she went to work, she really gave everything of her, like for the music, for songs, to write songs. And yeah, they kind of started writing songs. Daisy and Billy started to write songs, and they kind of started to get close. And Billy was kind of scared that he didn't want to make another mistake, because what he did to Camila the first time, he didn't want that mistake to be repeated. And he stayed clean this whole time. But yeah, a lot of things happened. There were ups and downs. A lot was also going on between the band members. They felt like they were not treated right. Like everything Billy said, it has to be that way. But no matter how they played certain songs or how they would like the song to turn out to, nobody pay attention to them, and that kind of sucks. I mean, you're a band. It's not just Billy. They're a band. They're called the Six. So yeah, there was kind of like riots going on in the band. But yeah, they didn't last long. That's all I'm gonna say. They didn't last long. They broke up really fast. I think they made 2 albums together, and that was that, if I remember right. Like I said, the writing style wasn't bad. I could easily follow back. Just was not in that book. I just didn't feel it. The second book, my library actually just got his hand on this book. It's called Anna O. And I didn't know. I mean, I went to my library and I just saw this book and I said, okay, I saw it. It's new, and why not? Let's give it a try. If you're a fan of The Silent Patient, this gives me the vibe of Silent Patient. And also about Sleeping Beauty. Can you imagine this? That you kill someone, fall asleep after the murder, and you don't wake up for the next 4 years. In fact, I think you could have slept even longer, but things happen in the book. So yeah, this girl, Anna, she on a family vacation took her 2 best friends with them, and somewhere in the middle of the night, apparently she was sleepwalking, and she's very known to sleepwalk, apparently, especially she did a lot of that as a kid, and apparently a lot of things happened when she was a child. Like, if I remember right, her mom found her that she was sleepwalking, and she killed their family dog. Yeah, so I was kind of thinking, okay, this is psychosis, something's going on, something not okay with her. But there's a twist. Like, Anna is used. Yeah, wait, did she? I think she did murder them. Yeah, she did murder them. But she was used. How? You have to figure that out yourself. But when they finally, after 4 years of her sleeping, this Dr. Ben, he became her doctor to wake her up because she was starting to show signs of waking up. And I don't know, he's a doctor of sleep, I don't know, Dr. Sleep. And he wanted to wake her up, which he did succeed. But if she wakes up, she needs to go to the trial to tell the truth what happened that night. When she did wake up, Ben kind of left where he lived before. He also left his family, his ex-wife and his daughter, because I guess he was not exactly on a run. He didn't do nothing wrong. But yeah, I guess he didn't want to stay there anymore. But Anna found him. She told him that she would like to write a book of what happened to her and that she needs his help, kind of. This is the ending. I don't like it. The villain won in this one. It was so unfair because the villain was beating Anna. I mean, Anna is smart. She is, but this calculation, she was so wrong. Ben didn't do nothing wrong, and Ben is gone. Who is the one that kind of, I guess, gave hints to Anna, but Anna didn't calculate it right. She went after the wrong person. Also, Anna should be charged for murder because I think she did something basically. But that's all I'm gonna tell you. No, the book isn't all that bad. It gave me Silent Patient vibes. It was okay. And my third book is The Goal, the last book I believe in this off-campus series. And this is how I like this book. I would like, if you did read from Ellie Kennedy, the Deal, The Mistake, The Score, and then this one, The Goal, I would like to see how you rate the books, because I'm like this. The Deal is the first book that I actually like. The second one would be The Goal, third one would be Score, and fourth one would be Mistake. I didn't like Mistake that much, honestly. The more I think about it, I didn't like Logan that much, and Grace did make some mistakes, but okay. But that would be my ranking. I wanted to know about Tucker, because I was really waiting for this book to really read it, because in those previous books he was like mentioned, he's like not exactly mama's boy, but mama raised him right. He knows how to cook, he knows how to be respectful. And then at the ending of the book, The Score, he came back to the house where he lived with his roommates, and he told Dean that he's going to be a dad. And I was like, what? So yeah, Sabrina, who was like an enemy to Dean because they're both in this class that she wants to study law or something like that, and she thought that Dean cheated and that he is not working hard to get good grades because he's coming from a rich family, and she has to really work a lot, which is true. She doesn't come from a really good family. In fact, her mom left her with her grandma, and her stepdad is there with them, and he's an asshole. So yeah, all she did was really work hard, but she's not a bad person. In fact, yeah, she is a working hard girl. And because of the life that she had, she didn't receive so much love, I guess. She's more into hookup culture than actually being in a relationship. So when Sabrina and Tucker met, they just, at first sight, they just want to do it. And they were in such a hurry to do it that they were not careful about protection, and 3 months later Sabrina finds out that she's pregnant. And this is the whole roller coaster ride. Sabrina doesn't know what to do. Should she keep the kid or not? Tucker, he's there with her all the time. Like, he is there to support her, no matter what decision she will make, if she's going to keep the child or not. Even though he kind of wanted to be dad. But the people that were really against it were Dean and Tucker's mom, because she thought, Tucker's mom thought that Sabrina is just after Tucker because his dad, when he passed away, left like a lot of money for him. And that wasn't even the thing, because Sabrina didn't even know about that. But yeah, they were ups and downs. They really had to work really hard on this. Sabrina did keep the kid. She did give birth to the little girl. Yeah, it was really sweet. It was sweet. I liked it. So yeah, again, if you did read all 4 books, how would you rate them? I don't know if I'm going to say for this book, if I'm going to say the name right. I think it's French. La Petite Mort? Don't know. It's by Olivie Blake. This is my first book I'm reading from her. I think she was the author about Atlas 6. I saw that everywhere. Yeah, I'm also interested in that book, but I found this is a short book. I found this one and wanted to read it to see what it was about, and it was interesting. So we have this girl, Marissa. She kind of lost her grandma and she got the grandma's house. So she went to see this house, and she kind of really weird stuff started to happen the moment Marissa stepped into the house, because she had to step into the house very strangely, the way her grandma wrote it in the letter. Like, I don't know, she had to like jump in the house, like the front door, like don't just step, jump, something like that. And basically with that, she's now cursed. She is tied to this house, and she meets this guy named Jack, and he kind of explains to her what is her job now that she is here, that her grandma is gone. And she's basically like a hotel for supernatural beings that come in to like sleep, I guess, to have a place to go. That's her job, and she can't leave. That's it. She is stuck in this house forever. But just not meeting Jack. Jack is actually an alchemist, but in the city, which is in France, but I don't think it's Paris. Doesn't matter. She also meets Elizabeth, which she is a very dangerous vampire. At least that's what Jack keeps telling Marissa. Like, stay away from Elizabeth, she's dangerous. And then Elizabeth tells that Jack is a big liar and she should not believe him. And so she's in the middle, who to believe. But she is going with Jack. Marissa, I'm talking about Marissa. She's going with Jack to bed and with Elizabeth to bed. Yeah. So I guess she thought, if you're gonna play with me like this, I'm gonna play with you like that. But no. It was a little bit funny. I mean, she got easily seduced by both of them. But okay. About Jack and Elizabeth, since Elizabeth is a vampire and Jack is an alchemist, they kind of live for a really long time and they know each other. They were in love in the past. And apparently, this is the funny thing, is that when Marissa has this book, which is a romance book, and it talks about these 2 people that are in love and they have to go their separated ways and that they will find each other. And apparently it's about these 2, Jack and Elizabeth. So Marissa is kind of asking Elizabeth that she wants to break this curse, that she doesn't want to be tied to this house and she is ready to do whatever, until she actually kind of got a hint by a demon who came to kill her how to do it. But it was said like in a riddle that she needs to figure it out. And once she did, she had to kill somebody. I'm not gonna tell you who, but that was a decision she had to do, and she did. Because she didn't want to be like her grandma, to be stuck in this house and die in this house. It was interesting. I thought that Marissa is going to be like a victim, but boy, she turned. The moment she figured out how to get out of there, immediately, like, no, you're dead. We're finished. And the last book I was reading, Twisted Games. I did enjoy Twisted Love, so I'm going to continue the series to see which one would be my favorite. If you do have a favorite of her, I don't know how the Twisted series, if you have a favorite book, I would like to know which one it is. So far between Twisted Love and Twisted Games, I kind of like this one more. So we have Bridget, who is a princess, and her bodyguard, Reese? Is that how you say his name? I'm not used to these names, so I'm not sure if I'm going to pronounce them right. So basically Bridget had a bodyguard before, but her old bodyguard is going to be a dad and he is going to be with his family. So for the time being, Bridget is going to have a new one, which is Reid, and they did not get along at all. Like, Reid is 10 years older from her. He is an ex-military dude. He was a bodyguard for a couple of years, and I mean, he kept the people safe that he worked for. And the thing, he's going to do the same for Bridget. But I guess Reid kind of thought that that Bridget is, because she's a princess, that she's going to be a spoiled one. But she was not. In fact, she wants to experience to be a normal girl and not be treated as a princess. Because once she goes home, all she gets is princess treatment, and somebody may say, oh, that's not bad, but no, it comes with a lot of responsibility. So Reid always stood by her side. He did keep her protected, and he was also amazed by Bridget because how different she was. But boy, these two were like a married couple, as you would say, because there comes a moment where they get along, and Bridget thought, okay, I guess we could work it out. We could become friends. And then immediately, no, fight, disagreements, then they're angry at each other. That's been a lot. But new feelings have been rising, and that, of course, that feeling is love. But their love is forbidden because Bridget is coming from a royal family, and Reid is a completely normal guy who doesn't have any high family background, and Bridget is going to be crowned queen. Now she needs to find a prince because her brother fell in love with a girl who was completely normal girl, no princess, and the law that they have is like, no, you need to marry, like, a princess needs to marry a prince, like not a commoner or something like that. And Bridget was really fighting to find a way to break that old law about that marriage, because hello, we're no longer in those years. It's 2014. When was this? 16? I don't know. I forgot which year it was. Basically, it's old and it needs to be changed. So Bridget did get help from Reid. He stood by her side. He didn't leave her. And surprise, surprise, from Alex from the first book, which he helped her to get some blackmail. So yeah, in the end, it was ruled that that law is going to be broken. It's not going to exist anymore, so that Bridget and Reid could actually marry. Happy ending. But yeah, happy ending. I didn't exactly tell you what I'm writing on my right side, on my left side. Like, I'm writing dates, when did I start and finish, how many pages, which year this book came out, if I did cry, spiciness, and what genre it is. So spiciness in this one is three hearts. And there's a lot. I think it's more spicy than the first one, if I remember right. But yeah, it was an enjoyable read. I liked it. I went through really fast. Okay, so we are now back at the first page here to write down the names of the books, the titles of the books, and how many stars am I giving these books. So for Daisy Jones and the Six, I give it 3.5 stars. 3.5 stars. Like I said, I didn't connect so much with this one. And I owe 3 stars. It wasn't bad. At some point it did get a little boring. The Goal, 4 stars. La Petite, what? I have probably seen this wrong. I made a mistake here. I wanted to give it 4 stars, but it's actually 3 stars. I just keep coloring it. But yeah, this one is 3 stars. And then Twisted Game, 4 stars. I need to get used to how much pressure I can use when I use the stem. And yeah, this would be it. This is the end result of my April book journal. I will write my thoughts in these books later, but this will be it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed my little video, and I hope to see you in my next one. Ciao, ciao.